champion. How's that sound?
It sounds awesome. Well, on cloud 9 at the moment.
How's the eye?
It's good. It's opened up. It opened up a couple of days ago, and feels like I'm back to normal, basically.
When people are competing for world championships and in rugby and all that sort of stuff, they go into camp and stay at flash hotels. You slept at home the night before?
Yep.
And my understanding is, a bit of inside information, you were snoring badly. Is that right?
Supposedly. I don't know if I was snoring, but...
But you got the big elbow.
No, I did. That night I didn't get the elbow because I needed my sleep, and she knew that. So she's like, I'll let him be.
And while we were listening to the news, he's an amazing young man, this fellow, humble and modest, because there's been a lot of talk that ESPN want him in America next week to honour him amongst other distinguished sports people. Big deal, televising going around the world. And I said, oh, you're off to ESPN? And you said to me?
I said, well, I don't know yet. I don't know if they want me. The Origin's on, so I want to see Queensland get over the line.
You're in those clinches with Pacquiao. You do fight in close. Was he talking to you?
He was. He kept on actually saying to me, break him in the middle of the clinches. And the first time I actually listened to him and I broke apart from him. But that's not his job. It's the referee's job to do that. So I was like, hold on a second. You can't tell me what to do. I'm gonna punch you when you say that.
It's this unbelievable. And when the referee came across and wanted to sort of call off the fight, what were you thinking?
I was thinking, no way. I'm not finished. I went in a little dry spot there in that round 9 where I wasn't doing too much and I was getting hit a lot, but I was ready to keep going. I was ready to push through, and I knew I had more in the tank to give.
This business about being at school, it's a true story, isn't it? You'd come home to your mother and you were quite distressed about being bullied.
Yeah, I can remember coming home and crying in bed and getting my mum saying it's alright, and yeah, I can remember thinking it was nearly the end of the world coming home from school some days.
So you went to see this Glenn Rushton, who ran a martial arts class from his own home. Glenn Rushton is the trainer. He is a hell of a success story, this fellow. I mean, Glenn Rushton left home at 14 to become a fruit picker. He's now a leading property development manager in Brisbane and a millionaire, and he's the trainer. What kind of influence has he had?
He's had a massive influence. So Glenn's very good at, I guess, talking and getting me.
Yes, he does.
That
speaks well.
Yeah, he's just makes me want to do things. So pushes me and makes me believe in myself and what I can achieve.
Gee. And your mum and dad and your granddad, Roy?
Yeah, Ray, and Jack and Mari, they're all great supporters. And
Ray was the only fighter in the family, wasn't he? He lived in a 2-bedroom house at Winton.
Yeah, that's right.
9 siblings. You're related to the Lord Mayor indirectly of Brisbane, aren't you, Graham Quirk?
Yes. Yep.
Graham Quirk's mother is the sister of your grandfather.
Yes.
There you are. And your father has said he feels sick when he watches you getting punched.
Yeah, he does. And in that round 9, he was saying to me after the fight, he's like, if I was in the corner and I had a towel, he's like, I would have been chucking it. And I'm like, well, that's why you're not allowed in the corner anymore.
You went to the Olympics, which people don't know, in 2012. We're going to let Jeff know in a minute because he's got a television crew, but we'll come back and have a yarn with us. You made the quarterfinals in the 64 kg category. Lost to Ukrainian. Was the last loss of your career?
Yeah, that's right. It's been a while since then, so I reckon I'll defend that now if I got a second chance. But it's all about learning, and I guess losing in the Olympics was just to fuel me for this event that I had on the weekend.
Have you left the classroom behind?
Yes, I have.
You've paid off the mortgage?
Yes, that's it.
What's happened to the Toyota Camry?
Well, actually, nothing's changed yet. We haven't done absolutely anything. We haven't even got paid yet, but it's coming. But yeah, everything's just normal life as it was before.
Wonderful. Tell us the story, though. That was beautiful in the ring. You got the women involved, and you said it wasn't the greatest moment of your life.
No, definitely not. The greatest moment of my life is going to be having my first child with my beautiful wife, Joanna.
And you said that in the ring. Isn't he unbelievable? And you're still living in the same house. It's a working class suburb, Acacia Ridge.
Yep, that's That's right. Still in the same place. Yeah, we're happy where we are at the moment, so why move at this stage?
What do you think, though, when you talk to Joe and your mum and dad and your granddad about you fighting, and it goes to 159 countries across the planet, an audience of 500 million people? It's hard to get your head around it, isn't it?
It is, and I guess it's going to take a long time to kind of get my head around how many people have actually watched and seen this fight, and how much my face has been plastered over there
Yes, I know.
on that weekend.
What's been the reaction to you personally? I suppose the whole world wants part of you, do they?
Yeah, there's been a lot of requests for different things. I can't even get through all my emails at this stage, so I'm going to have to get someone to help me out with that.
When Manny Pacquiao took the fight on, he said he'd never heard of Jeff Horn, and boxing experts overseas said, Jeff who? They know now, don't they?
They do. They certainly do. Well, he said that they would know once I got in that fight with Pacquiao, but to win it is next level. They're definitely going to hear my name.
When the final bell sounded and the crowd paused, because I know where I was, you could hear people breathing, and the ring announcer, Michael Buffer, took the microphone. You're standing there. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking, I just did not know whether I could have got the decision against him. I just think because he was the champion, it was like automatically I thought they're just going to give it to him.
Yes.
But I felt like I'd won the fight.
I had a bloke sitting in front of me who was a quote-unquote boxing expert, and I just said, what would I know? What I know, of course, I was sort of cheering for Jeff. And I said, the kid's won this. He said, you don't beat champions like Pacquiao. And I'm thinking, well, the integrity of boxing's at stake here. I mean, you've got to make sure that the right person wins. So you're standing there, and Michael Buffer began to speak.
Mm-hmm.
And what was the first word you heard? New, I suppose.
Yeah, and the new, and I was just like, oh my God. I think all the air just came out of me at that stage. And then my team picked me up.
And the way he said it, Jeff Horn, the Hornet. Well, now listen, you've got things to do. I'll be seeing you later today. The big ticker tape parade.
Yep.
We'll put the frock on.
Get the suit on.
Put the suit on. Smarten yourself up. Isn't it wonderful? It's just been a pleasure to have you here, Jeff. And this broadcast going all over Australia. We go to, 77 stations and a couple of million people. And they all think that you've been a complete inspiration to them in their lives often, which lack that kind of inspiration. So you've got no idea what you've done to people, and we're very grateful. Good to talk to you. We'll catch up again, eh?
Yeah. No, thank you very much, Alan, for backing me this whole way. And if I can help even just one person out there in some way, make them think differently, I've succeeded in my own mind.
Isn't it wonderful? What a lovely human being. Jeffrey Horn.